Hey BookTube, my name is Matt. Bop, bop, bop. Hello BookTube, my name is Matt, and in this video I will be talking about 10 books that were my favorite that I read this year, and I'm up to about 50 books now, actually just over 50 books that I've read this year, but these 10 were my favorite. They kind of stuck with me after I read them. There's quite a variety on this list. It comes down to it's split 50-50. Half is nonfiction and the other half is fiction. So a lot of variety and quite a few genres on here, I guess. And so hopefully there's something on here that you'll want to take a look at. So let's get into it. I want to start with two runner-ups. Both of these books were pretty good, but just didn't stick with me like the other books in the top 10. By the way, the top 10 is not in any particular order. So the first book is Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. This book is from 2014. It's about, it's set in 1977 in Ohio. It's about this mixed Chinese-American family. The father is Chinese-American, the mother is white, and it's about this girl. Their daughter, this family's daughter, drowns in a nearby lake, and we're told this at the beginning of the book, and then throughout the book it is told from the parents and her brother's side, and we slowly discover why she drowned. And it's kind of a mystery. It's mostly a drama, but end has kind of a little bit of a shocking revelation, and the characters are very good, and it held my interest throughout. It was good. I recommend it. The next runner-up is a book. It's a classic from 1914. It is called Kokoro by Natsume Soseki, a Japanese author. It is broken up into 3 parts. The first part is this youth. He's like college age. He meets this older man on the beach, and he kind of becomes obsessed with him. And he calls him sensei, and the sensei is he's living with his wife. He's a very mysterious figure. And then in the second part of the book, we follow just the boy to his parents' house. He's called away from college because his father is dying. And then in the third part is pretty much a letter from the sensei. We're reading it. The boy gets this letter while he's at his dying father's house. All the family is there, but he's so distraught that this man had sent him a letter about something. So we're reading this letter. I don't want to give away the ending. But this one stuck with me. It's very much, I don't know, it's very much like a slow, kind of lightly told Japanese story, and themes of loneliness, guilt, betrayal. Yeah, it's a good one. I recommend this one as well. So number 10. These are not in any order, but just to start the list, I have The Ultimate History of Video Games, Volumes 1 and 2 by Stephen L. Kent. Now, I love video games and I love hearing stories about video games. And this was a pretty thorough history of video games. It starts with Atari, the 2600, how Atari became a company and everything, and moves on to the Nintendo and Genesis rivalry, the whole 16-bit rivalry between them two. And I think because this is an older book, I think it ends in the PlayStation 2 era, I believe, in that era. But with all the I probably could have seen this in any plethora of YouTube videos, but it is told by a actual video game journalist. I believe the authors used to write for Electronic Gaming Monthly, I believe. But yeah, I read volumes 1 and 2 mostly through audiobook. It kept me company on a few road trips, and yeah, it's very good. It does end pretty with the PlayStation 2 era, so it is old, but the stories told are still pretty cool. All right, number 9 is another Japanese book. This one is from 1962. The author is Yasunari Kawabata, I believe that's how you pronounce the last name. And the book is The Old Capital. And this one is about a girl, Chiko, who she finds out that she was adopted, or actually stolen, by her parents, and she finds out that she has a twin sister, and that's pretty much it. It's set in the old capital, Kyoto, and it's another one of those very slow but beautifully told stories, and a lot of it isn't like earth shattering like plot or anything. The first chapter or the first couple of pages is the main character Chiko looking at cherry blossoms with one of her male friends at a local park. They just walk and talk, and it's not really any real big plot twists or anything like that, but it's just gently told. And I don't know, if you need something it's not really cozy, but it's just kind of a calming atmosphere. I think the setting really kind of stayed with me more than the actual story, but this is a beautiful book with beautiful beautiful visuals. I also want to add on that this book was one of the deciding factors to give Kawabata the 1968 Nobel Prize in Literature. All right, number 8 on the list is James, a novel by Percival Everett. Probably one of the most recent books that I've read. It was from last year, 2024. It's a reimagining of Mark Twain's Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. It takes the perspective of Jim, who narrates the book, pretty much his journey to escape slavery with his family. There is kind of a twist at the end. I don't want to give anything away. Definitely is a twist on the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn book. This made me kind of curious to go back to the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Yeah, I think this respects Mark Twain's book, you can see the respect that Everett has for Mark Twain in this book. It's funny, it's sad, it's got all the feels. It was a Pulitzer Prize. Plenty of praise was heaped upon it, and I don't think I can add anything that would be adding anything. It's a great book. I kind of want to go back. I don't remember a lot of the book, but I do want to go back and read it again. It is another one that stuck with me for quite a while. Number 7, yet another Japanese author, Haruki Murakami's The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle. It is from 1994, even though I think it takes place in the 80s, but it follows an unemployed man in Tokyo, Toru Okada. He is renamed by his teenage neighbor, Kumiko, who renames him the Wind-Up Bird Man. And this book is pretty batshit crazy. I can't go into everything about this book, but he decides to go down a well, and it's completely dark, and he has visions down there, and all throughout the book, he wakes up in his apartment, or him and his wife's apartment, and his wife is no longer there. He gets a call from a mysterious woman, and the rest of the book he tries to find out what happened to his wife. And a lot of surreal, weird shit goes down, and I can't really tell you what the book is really about, but it is worth the read. It is a little long, in my opinion. There could have been some editing here and there. I actually listened to this book, audiobook, and at least the version that I listened to, the voice of Kumiko was hilarious. The girl, Mr. Wind-Up Bird. Every time Kumiko spoke, the narrator had this really over the top teenage voice, and I know a lot of people didn't like that, but I thought it was humorous. But yet another one that I recommend. It kind of stuck with me a little bit after. It's like, man, what was that? I read some other Murakami after this one, and they weren't as good as this. His two of his short stories, and this was the better of what I read. I also read IQ 84 by him, and I'll have to read that one again, but this one is definitely a standout, and I recommend it. Moving on to number 6, we have The Wager, a tale of shipwreck, mutiny, and murder by David Gran. It is about the 1741 shipwreck of a British warship, HMS Wager, off the coast of Patagonia, leading to mutiny, survival, struggles, conflicting tales of heroism and treachery, and a dramatic court-martial where survivors faced accusations of murder and treason. This book, I love the shipwrecked and being having to survive on a deserted island. It was very kind of Robinson Crusoe. I think part of it was an inspiration to the book Robinson Crusoe. A lot of crazy stuff happened to these people on this ship. A lot of weird stuff went down. I don't remember too many specifics, but I think it involved people eating each other, and pretty gruesome, but it was a very engrossing nonfiction book, one of the most engrossing nonfiction books that I've ever read. I mean, history really comes alive in this book. I liked it. It was very intriguing, and I had no idea about this at all. And this is why I like nonfiction, discovering things that I had no idea about. So if you're into mutiny and murder and shipwrecks and being trapped on a deserted island, this is the book for you. Okay, we have another nonfiction book at number 5. This is a Stephen King book, On Writing, a Memoir of the Craft. This book was from 2000, and the first half, it's actually split into two halves. The first half is an autobiography of Stephen King, the man himself. The second half is more about the craft. I actually liked the first half more. I'm not really too interested in writing. I don't really want to be any kind of novel writer myself. So, I mean, it was interesting, and I'm sure it's useful, but it's probably nothing that I'm going to use, like grammar and stuff like that. But he did bring up some authors that inspired him. I made me interested to kind of look into those authors. Yeah, it goes into his accident. Actually, I think that's added on to the audiobook, maybe. I can't remember, but he does talk about his car accident. And I actually listened to the audiobook on this one as well. And at the end, there's actually 2 or 3 interviews. One from Joe Hill, his son, and then Joe Hill and him doing some interview at some college or something, which was pretty good too. And yeah, I just found this interesting. The man has led a pretty interesting life, very much college educated, kind of a self-made man story. But yeah, if you're interested in the man himself, I recommend looking into this book. Okay, at number 4, we have Bill Bryson's A Short History of Nearly Everything. Yet another nonfiction book on the list. This was my first Bill Bryson book, and the guy can really explain science. He can explain it on my level, and he makes it interesting. He makes stories out of science. He does a great job of explaining complicated things so a normal person can understand it. He goes over a lot of stuff. He goes over physics, chemistry, geology, biology, the Big Bang, how we got here, and he tells the stories of scientists' discoveries. Unfortunately, a lot of them end in tragedy, or scientists get kind of the raw deal. And I've kind of found like a pattern in these stories about these scientists. Seems like they always get screwed over, and they're not really given their due at their time. But yeah, Bill Bryson, he's masterful at making something that's complicated and into something he can explain it well. And Yeah, I enjoyed this one, and there may be another Bill Bryson book in this list. So yeah, A Short History of Nearly Everything is one that you should check out if you are interested in nearly everything. Okay, number 3. We're getting toward the end here. The third one is Northwoods, a novel by Daniel Mason. This is a historical novel that tells the story of a single house in the woods of New England over several centuries, following the lives of its diverse inhabitants, from Puritan settlers to modern-day figures, with the house itself actually playing a role as the central character. I found this pretty interesting. I liked it more because of the ending, which I won't give away, but yeah, it's really well narrated, or well written. Yeah, I really love the premise of having a story told of one area throughout all history. There's actually an illustrated book that's called, I believe it's called Here, and it's just you flip through it. There's no words, you just flip through it, and it just shows what that one little area looked like throughout time, and it even goes into the future, which is kind of cool. But I mean, that's not about this book, but I do like the idea of focusing on one area and what has gone on in that one area. I don't think I knew much about this book before going into it. It's from 2023. I had to wait quite a long time to get it through my library system, and so it's pretty popular. I had never heard of anything from this. I guess it's pretty well known, though. It's got a New York Times bestseller list sticker on it. And then I got it's got a New York Times bestseller sticker on it, so it's got to have some critical acclaim to it. So yeah, this one was different, but if you stick with it, I think you'll learn to love it. And this one stuck with me quite a while. I had thoughts of it even days after I read it. So very interesting book that I think if you love novels, this would be a good one to pick up. All right, we have another nonfiction book from my man Bill Bryson, The Body, A Guide for Occupants. The title kind of says it all. It's pretty much about the human body, and I believe he starts at he starts with the largest organ in the human body, the skin, and he just goes from there. He talks about everything about the human body, from heart to eyes to everything, and he tells it so everyone can understand it. It's a comprehensive and entertaining guide to the human body, exploring its functions, healing abilities, and failures through fascinating facts and anecdotes. It's just what it is written down here. It's from 2019. It's awesome. I don't really have anything else to say. It's completely readable. It's not long-winded, or he doesn't use words that you won't know, and he's just very good at nonfiction. Like, he's turning into one of my favorite nonfiction authors. So, The Body, A Guide for Occupants. Oh, I also want to say that all of his writing is fairly humorous as well. He does have add a little bit of humor to his books, which makes them even more entertaining. So yeah, pick this one up. It's a good one. Okay, my last recommendation, one of my favorites of the year. This might actually be my number one book of the year. James was really good too. I'd probably put that at 2 if I was like actually numbering these. But this, I did a review, kind of a cringy one. Probably like this one, like this video. But at number 1, we have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. It's set in Nazi-occupied France during World War II. It's about these 2 French sisters. One has a Nazi billeted with her, or living with her, while her husband is taken prisoner of war. And then we have the other sister who joins the French resistance and helps downed Allied soldiers escape to their army units. She helps them cross the French-Spanish border. And yeah, this is a really engaging tale. If you don't feel like you have to cry at some point in this book, then there's probably something wrong with you. I don't think I said that in my review, but this one does have some sad parts. I don't want to give away too much, but thoroughly enjoyable. It could have went way depressing, but it didn't. It ended on an up note, and yeah, I really love the characters, the story. It's a novel that you should really pick up. I believe this was from 2015. I had not really heard anything about this book until I read it, so I'm kind of out of the loop, but this is a great book and a great story, and it deserves all the praise that it got. So yeah, The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, probably one of the best books that I've read in 2025. And that's it. That's all 10 or 12 books that I've have to recommend this year. I'm over 50 books right now, and I don't think there'll be another book that I want to add on to the 10 here, but yeah, there were quite a few books that I read this year that were really good. Some stinkers, but yeah, I enjoyed most of the books that I read this year, and I hope to keep letting you know about books that I've enjoyed and maybe ones that you should stay away from. But yeah, maybe in one of the first videos for next year might be I kind of want to do a video about 50 books before I turn 50. I know I said that before in another video, but that seems like a really cool idea. I'm in my mid to late 40s now, and I have some books that I would like to get out of the way before I turn 50, and it'd be kind of cool to let you guys know how that goes. And yeah, I'm thinking of, I don't know how fast I'll get to 1,000. It'll probably be if I stick with this a year or more before I get to 1,000. But I was thinking, if I hit 1,000, maybe I can do one of those crazy 24-hour book reads or something. But At my age, I don't know. That might be dangerous at my age to do, but I think I can do it. I'm young at heart. I may not have a young heart, but I'm young at heart. And I don't know. I think I can. I don't know which book I would do. I'd probably do Lonesome Dove. I've never read that, but I do have an audio book and the physical, which I would probably need the audio book to do the 24 hours. That might be cheating, but okay. So, yeah, if I ever get 1,000 followers, I will try the 24-hour reading challenge. So, all right, other than that, I hope you enjoyed this probably really long video. And if you got this far, thank you so much. And I hope to see you in many more. All right, thanks. Bye.